My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Right, today is May 5th, 2026. It is 3:46 a.m. This is video number 2. This video might have part 1 and part 2 because I have a long list. We're gonna start with this. Go on PWill, that's my first video where I talk about Archie's birthday. I believe today is Archie's birthday. And the two, the YouTube video of Sean and Molly, I believe that's their name. Meghan appeared in their video on Aussie while she was in Australia. So go check that out. And what else? I spoke about different other little things. So this is the first tweet for this video, part 1. It might be longer. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani made history as the first city mayor to ride the full TD 5Boro bike tour, joining more than 32,000 cyclists for the 40 miles route across all 5 boroughs. In past videos, I don't know if it's on this channel or PWill, I have mentioned it, where my husband and I, we used to do that. And I think once we had our firstborn, we might have done it once, because I remember he was on that stroller that's attached behind my husband's bike. We did that. So we will start downtown Manhattan, which is where they are, and then pass through Bronx, pass through, I believe, Queens, Staten Island, and end up at Staten Island, all right, near that the bridge. So let's watch this. I hope there's no music, and there will be screenshot in between.
Good morning, everybody! It is such a pleasure to be back at the 5Boro Bike Tour, and I'm so excited today to apparently be making some history as the first sitting mayor to be riding with you for the whole way.
So, you know, anyone from other countries, well, not right now with the Trump administration, so your safety is first. But if the U.S. ever get back to somewhat a bit more normal and well-minded, if you want to visit the U.S., come around this time. May 1st, the very first Sunday of May, they do the 5Boro bike tour. And you get to see the city. They close off all the streets that you're gonna go through, you're gonna ride through. They close it off, no cars, nothing. You get to see the whole city. All right, and I believe you pass, which bridge you pass? Is it the Verrazano? What's the downtown Manhattan? There are several small bridges. The Verrazano Bridge. That's in Staten Island. That's where the final part is. And then near that Verrazano Bridge, that's where they end. And then they give a lot of goodies too as you ride. And there's station where you could pee. And they have people on bikes to help you if you get a flat. They truly help. Like I said, they give a lot of goodies. So make sure your bike has something to keep, like, let's say, what's that? Granola bars. They give a lot of things for you to eat. Water, juice, whatnot. And what other bridge? Overpass several smaller bridge in Madison Avenue, Pulaski Bridge. Was the Staten Island Bridge. I think that's the last one. So I truly, if you are outside of the US or maybe in another state and you want to come to New York, this is the perfect time to come and see the city. All right, it's really joyful. You have a lot of people. There's a lot of characters, people who bring different things. It's fun. Let's just say it's fun. And by the way, you have to register and pay. There's a fee for that, okay? So make sure you register first. Everything is okay. And I think the night before the tour, you have to go pick up. Maybe things might be different now. Just check their website or whatnot. See how they do their things. But you have to register first and pay a fee. All right? So I don't know how things are right now, if they change their rules and how you registered and where to pick up your thing, or do they mail it to you if you know you're gonna do it days or weeks or months in advance. All right, so that's that. All right, so let's continue.
Years ago, this tour began with the love of New York City, and now today we are brought back by those same loves of the city that we call home and a love of cycling across our city. And I'm so excited to be here along with a number of administration leaders, including our DOT commissioner, partnering in making it easier to be a cyclist across this city, easier to find safe cycling across the 5 boroughs.
All right, it's really fun. Oh, they already bashing him. I think he's doing okay for New York. All right, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so this I mentioned in my last video on PWill regarding President Obama. Library. Let me pause. Okay, may the 4th be with you from the Obama Presidential Center, opening June 19. Like I said in my last recording, June 19 is my birthday, and it's also Bojo. Yeah, former Prime Minister of the UK. His birthday is on my birthday. I find out because there was something I was recording, and I went to look at his background, and it's June 19. I was kind of surprised, and I remember it since then. All right, so let's listen. I'm not going to go in the comments.
Happy Star Wars Day from the Obama Presidential Center.
I have a very good feeling about this.
Mark, I'm glad you are here. I want to tell you about someone.
Okay.
A young person born into ordinary circumstances, but restless, unsatisfied. A kid with big dreams, a bit of a rebel.
I like where this is going.
They joined a scrappy group of underdogs and set out to change things.
By blowing up a giant space station?
Mark, this is not about you. As wonderful as you are, this is about them. This isn't a monument to my legacy. It's a gateway to yours. The Obama Presidential Center is much more than a museum. It is an entire campus built to empower you. A place to come together, get inspired, and become a force for change. See what I did there?
Strong the dad jokes are.
That's perfect.
There's another video. I'm not gonna go in the comment. There's another video introducing Max's wife. Okay, relationship goals. 37 seconds.
Sounds like this lovely young lady.
This is my wife.
Whoever it is, she's gorgeous.
Hi, nice
Nice
to
to
see you.
see
I was
you.
at your 54th town hall meeting in Albany, Illinois.
Did I behave myself? Good.
And you gave some
I'm
good
glad.
answers to some of the questions
Well,
coming at you.
that's what I.
She was my dental hygienist,
Yeah.
and
You picked up your dental hygienist?
I did. And we got married in 1978. And for those of you that don't like doing math in your head, that's 47 years. So
47 years is-
Fingers crossed, it's going to last.
As Michelle said, too late to train another guy. That's what she told me. So we're on our way.
That
Sounds
is so
like-
good.
well,
All right, so that's that. So Australian news. Okay, I decided to bring this over here because I do not want to show the full video of those two boys because their YouTube video is almost 10 minutes. All right, so this one that's talking about it, I decided to put it on the list. The real measure of Harry and Meghan's Australian tour's success is the lasting positive spotlight it gives Australia. Weeks later, global and Australian media are still celebrating the country's culture, books, sports, food, fashion, beer, tourism, podcasts, charities, and more. All right, 1 minute and 29 seconds, screenshot in between.
We're all asking Meghan, how do you feel this morning after she joined two Sydney internet sensations to try a Tui's new and VB during her time down under?
I'm going to try it. Let's see. Okay.
It tastes good though.
That's good.
She likes it. Live to Gabrielle Boyle in Sydney. Gabby, Meghan received a whole lot of gifts.
She certainly did. Sean and Marley are internet cooking sensations. They've got over 1 million subscribers, and it appears one of their biggest fans is none other than Meghan Markle herself. A couple of weeks ago when she was in Australia, she took time out to meet the boys, and they had a bag full of Australian goodies for her. Among them, that beer that you just saw, a couple of Bluey toys. They gave her some minties, which she seemed to really appreciate, Rabbitohs and Panthers jerseys. They even gave her some chicken salt and budgie smugglers. Let's take a look.
No it. Yes, for the love of my life.
Yes.
Yeah, we might renew our vows with him wearing these.
Yes.
Thank you. This is very meaningful.
I had never heard of these guys before, but I've watched a couple of videos now. They're absolutely fantastic. I am definitely going to have to subscribe.
Oh, and some wonderful gifts there too for the Duchess. Gabrielle Boyle, thank you, Gabby.
Yep, they promoted Australia stuff, products. All right, next tweet. I would love to see Meghan do a video with them. Okay, so this one I've also shared in my last video, but for the sake of this channel, I decided to share it here as well. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, quoted Bluey, Prince Archie, and Princess Elizabeth Diana are big fans. Quote, just having a nana nap love. Shout out to Sean and Marley for the fun and thoughtful gifts. All right, let's listen to this.
Kind.
I do Bluey. You like Bluey?
Our kids love Bluey. There's an episode, what does she say? She's gonna go take a nap, love.
Yeah.
Watch that one. Does anyone know that one? Oh, minties!
The squad or something, they find the clip.
Look, I think it's festive. Janet, wake up.
Just having a nap, love.
This is so kind.
So, which means she does watch it if she could actually remember a quote from it. Okay, Nat, you found the episode so cute, so sweet. Bluey is one of my favorite cartoon show character. All right, so that's that. What else? I'm gonna get the good, feel-good tweets out of the way. Some of them might be repetition because of the other channel. All right, so we probably now into the Deranger zone here. All right. William and Kate's fans have once again showed the world what crazy sociopaths they are. Willie and Kate Macbeth should hang their heads in a shame to be encouraging these lunatics. Alright, what is that? Sailor looks beautiful, but unfortunately the crazy Meghan trolls are about to ruin the comment section. Was this about the communion thing? We knew that was coming, right? And to ignore that she was in the background probably would have brought more speculation and nastiness. Another reminder about X, I guess. Have a good one, Nelly. I don't know. And when she's not posting, it also riled them up. Who's that? Who? Okay. Why would they post a big group photo and not have the godmother in the picture? The picture that they're making reference to, that communion picture, it looks like someone who saw Meghan and the church and decided to take it, because it doesn't look like a picture where like official picture, or she's standing with the godson or something. It looks like someone who was sitting across the aisle and saw Meghan and took the opportunity to take the picture. Alright, let's see. And why do they want to see her so bad when we, her supporters, are not running around looking for her photo? Absolutely lunacy. Okay, those fools don't get that. Every unhinged attack on a post because it includes or mentions Meghan backfires on them. People just don't understand why she gets so much hate for just existing and going about her business. Exactly what got deleted. Okay, there's one comment, and then that will be it. Oh, I don't see it, so forget that. Let's move on. Next tweet. I don't know. These people are not normal. Something is not right up there. Next tweet. Okay. So one of Meghan's loudest troll, who breathed her last month ago, the detail on Deranger Street or Quiet Grim. Allegedly, she was living in poor condition in a little flat with her 2 cats. A neighbor killed one of the cats. What in the name? Let me put. Okay. That was something that I posted on my community board, and I was a bit confused. I was like, who died? And then later on, I read the comment section under that post. They say it's one of the Derangers. So I think this is what this is making reference to. So one of Meghan's loudest trolls who breathed her last month, the detail on Deranger Street or Quiet Grim. Allegedly, she was living in poor condition in a little flat with her 2 cats. A neighbor killed one of the cats, and the other was found dead weeks after she passed. There's a slap in the face. It's unclear whether it was poison or starvation. So she doesn't sound like a nice person in real life either, if your neighbor can do that to your pet. And it really makes you think, because how are you spending every single day obsessively attacking a woman who lives thousands of miles away, who's never done anything to you or your cat, and you never met before, while your own life is in that kind of a state? Like, take a day, a week off, tidy up your little flat, go outside for a walk. Most importantly, check on your health. The level of fixation isn't normal. It's not healthy, and it definitely doesn't come from a place of peace. That level of hate is poison, and this should be a lesson for all hateful people. Hate takes over your organ and create all sort of illness. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I have never seen a thriving Meghan hater, not one. Very well said, and none of her fellow haters who used to encourage her rabid hatred even knew or cared that she was dead. Now they're using her death for clickbait. I hate to say it, but some people get the death they deserve. They do live really sad lives. They only unite and hate, that's all. Not for any other thing. I have never seen William and Kate fans organize something to better others like the Sussex community does. What a sad existence. What Willie said is that she has a beautiful daughter who appears to be somewhat affluent, but they were estranged. Okay. After this, whatever's on the screen, that's it. That, I guess, summarizes the kind of person who she was on Earth. Appears it matches her online bitterness, neighbors killing your cat, and being estranged from the only child you ever brought into the world is kind of wild. That ain't no profile of a good person. I hope she prayed for forgiveness in her last moments. I don't know. The saying, hurt people, and I have never seen a Meghan Sussex troll who is genuinely happy with their lives. Sums up the Rangers and royal psycho friends to me. They even sum up the professional trolls and the media. That is very true. How did they discover she had died? Is there any comment? Well said. Let's leave that alone. Wherever she is, I hope this is where God wanted her to be. That's all. I don't follow them. This is why I don't know much about them. Next tweet. Why this looks small? Okay. William and Kate fans dragging Charles for referring to Eugene as HRH and for making her pregnancy announcement on their page when Charles didn't wish William and Kate's kids a happy birthday publicly, nor a happy anniversary to William and Kate. They are screaming that Charles' page should only be reserved for working royals. What these people need to ask, who's running those pages? Definitely is not Charles, and definitely not William as well. Remember, these people, they want clash. So they're creating friction so people could talk about it. I don't even follow them. If this is what is happening on those people's page, that's what it is. They want people to clash against one another. Like the Colosseum. They want, hatred, fight words and stuff like that.
Do you see any scenario by which Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and William?
Yes, I do. I mean, this is immediately was my first thought. This could be a problem.
So one of the sisters is pregnant? They are only finding out in real time that working royals and non-working royals term was all along a myth only brought up specifically for the biracial princess. Alright, they are only finding out in real time that working royals and non-working royals term was all along a myth only brought up specifically for the biracial princess. Boom. Okay, she quoted it and saying that's pretty much it. Also news to Derangers, Buckingham Palace didn't appreciate all the posts by KP during Charles' visit to the USA. That's the laugh here. That's why the 15th anniversary of WanK wasn't acknowledged to begin with. That was savage. So the anniversary just passed? Again, I don't follow them, I don't know. That message was so loud and clear. He don't like either of his children because he don't like their names. Well, I always said Charles doesn't care about William and Harry. The only reason you might see in public William and Charles are together is because of the institution. They had to put a front. But Charles, in my humble opinion, he doesn't have any feeling for the boys. Because from the get-go, he didn't even want to marry their mother. So because of that forced marriage, and the firm wanted that, so he produced those kids with Princess Diana for the firm. I truly believe that. I have said this many times before. I'm not saying this is exactly how he felt, but from the outside looking in, this is what I believe. So the moment those two boys were popped out, he was done with the institution. That's what I think. But if it was with that horse he's with, maybe there would have been some sentiment, some feeling for those children. And I'm sure that horse would have made sure Charles showed some feeling for the kids. If the marriage had gone along the way he wanted it. Okay? Because it was his family who, the pressure of whoever was around him to say, no, you're not going to marry Camilla, you're going to marry Princess Diana instead. So they're going by that. And this is why also the palace feel like they have authority over Harry. When Harry was like, no, he didn't sign up for that. All right. Let's continue. Look how he keeps his mistress, children, and family close, but don't F with his own grandchild. Yeah, he was done the moment the kids were born. He's done. He was like, that's for the firm. I'm done. Let me go live my life with that horse. All right. He loves Kemi kids. Then tell us he's even got a trust fund for them. All right. So Camilla's children, they have trust fund and everything. Harry, on the other hand, had to work his butt off for what he has. William has the institution to back him up. All right, next tweet. The Middleton family strikes again. At least that one thing the mother taught them, griff. Yeah, remember those jewels that went missing from the crown collection? That story died down so quickly. Right, people Middleton forced to sell £1.3 million Berkshire property after six-figure debt. These people live on pretending. They're doing things that they cannot afford just to pretend. I don't know. Kamal said, hello. Well, they should have known. They don't have, but don't show off. Live to your mean. They want to show off. And all the things that you see happening in the US, these people, they came to put money in their pocket so they could show off. But the kind of level of mentality they have to do things on their own, they can do it. So they came to rob the country. That's the way that I see it. All right, let me read what's then move on. Issue: why do the British media have such a short memory with that topic, the jewelry? Did they appear in a house in Buckleberry as a loan along with some recent unused wardrobe? Okay, like we've never talked about it again. If they were found, who had them? It's still missing. Who wore them last? Next tweet. Oh my God, there's gonna be 2 parts. All right, so this looks okay. I might start a new video here. No, that's still UK. Next tweet. I like how they keep pretending it isn't the same person who was exposed for cashing in £2.5 million of taxpayers' money for an unoccupied prison, charging school, the NHS, and courts, and owning multiple forever homes, all while masquerading as a philanthropist. All right, let's listen. Okay, so he's responding to this tweet from Good Morning Britain. I'll go into that. I'll listen to the So this is a poll here. A report reveals Prince William pays over £7 million in tax despite previously refusing to disclose his contribution. Is it time for the royal family to be transparent about their finances? All right. 68.8% said yes. Who are the 31.2%? Won't you want to know? They probably went and do the poll multiple times. A made-up report, but not actual proof. William revealed FR report made up by usual crisis manager and their unnamed sources. Yes, they should be transparent, and I don't believe for a second he has paid £7 million in tax. Even if he had done, though, what we are saying is that the £23 million gift from the Duchy of Cornwall profits we give to him is now only £16 million gifts for him. All right, let's go back. Let's listen to the video. 1 minute and 12 seconds.
King Charles III, Prince of Wales William. Who the fuck do you think you are? So 1 week ago, we've had William all over the TV talking about ending homelessness, or let's all work together to defeat homelessness. This week, we find out he's charging charities, the NHS, the Ministry of Defence, schools, councils, rent, and making millions of pounds. Fucking hell, it's not the 1400s. What the fuck?
Wait a second. How long was this video? Because I'm not even in the UK. I've heard this before. Then, what's that station? Channel 5 or ITV? One of those channels in the UK did a documentary about that. So this one was posted or maybe retweet May 4th. But this video, when was it recorded? This is all news.
Duchies are set up. They don't pay corporation tax. They make millions of pounds worth of profit and pay zero tax on it. Excuse me, where the fuck is Robin Hood when you need him? Like, it's one thing if you were charging businesses, but charging other government departments, schools, councils, the NHS to park ambulances in a warehouse when they're not in use. Where are your morals gone? Your morals have proceeded like your fucking hairline, William. I mean, seriously, take the money, go to Turkey, get that sorted out. If you're going to, live the life of a mafia gangster, at least have the looks to go with it. Do you know what I mean? And yet we spent years attacking Harry and Meghan for earning their money privately. Like, fucking hypocrites. Honestly, enough's enough. That's it. Not my king. Fucking get rid of all of them.
It works so well in the UK. Hey, they transfer it over here in the US, and this is what Trump is doing. But the thing is that the thing that Trump is doing is waking a lot of people. All right, but at the expense of so many people in the Middle East who lost their lives. Next tweet. I'm not gonna go in the comments. All right. So this is Martin. Will it be different from the bits and pieces of what we have heard over the years? All right. His responding was that hearing the People's Princess unfiltered will have Charles and the firm absolutely sweating. I can see here for it. Okay, let's listen. Diana's confession of a crumbling marriage to be broadcast for the first time. So that's the thing. In past videos, some commentaries that I come across, they were talking about. All right, so let's listen to this, and this might be the last video for this video, and then I'll do part 2.
Morning friends, happy Sunday. How the heck are you doing? I'm looking down on Charles as I normally do, not looking down on Diana, just so you can see this headline. Did you know about these tapes? They are gonna rock the British non-working royal family, I'll tell you. And if you thought 2026 was a bad year for this lot, wait until this is released later. Diana's confessions of a crumbling marriage to be broadcast for the first time. It's all on audio tape. And yes, I hear the royalists say, we've heard all this stuff before. We've read about it in the papers. Yeah, but I'll tell you what. We haven't heard Diana, in her own voice, be interviewed by the journalist, explaining just how crippled she was by this family. Just how betrayed she was. Just how led astray she was. Just how unsupported she was. Echoes of Meghan there, right? Straight away. Her own words will literally shake this family to the core, because the British people have not forgotten the princess. We absolutely thought she was a breath of fresh air. Echoes of Meghan again. The best thing since sliced bread, a hard worker, a normal person that could reshape that family. And instead, that family did everything they could to destroy her. This is going to be a groundbreaker, believe me. My opinion's not important, yours is. Comments are open. Have a brilliant day. Let me know what you think.
When I first came across tweets making reference to Diana's whatever Martin is talking about, I thought it was some old videos. I don't know. Yeah, we should hear what she had to say. But why these people keep on holding those tapes for so long? It's like every year there's something new coming out. Why they take so long? But if it's her own words, people should know. There's a reason why she wanted to talk about it. Because she had things to say. The royal family, on the other hand, had the entire establishment, had the entire the government, the papers at their fingertip. They could control the narrative. So if Diana was doing different little recordings here and there, that's because she wanted people to hear it. So if it's hers, put it out there. All right, wasn't there an unseen interview that came out a few years ago? I remember watching it when on a trip in my hotel room. Yes, but have they been edited by the evil royal family? That's another thing too. Bring it on. All right, so yeah, there's many other interviews where Princess Diana have made reference how they treated her. When she was dating Charles, everything was fine. And then things changed when she got married. Same thing you could see from Meghan.
There's people pushing and there are people pulling, all in the same direction.
So you're being what? Pushed by family?
Yeah, my family looked great, and so did my friends, and so did Charles's family. They liked me. They were very good to me when I was a guest.
What's that mean?
We used to change when I was a daughter, and the positions changed.
And there's different little recordings here and there that she made reference to about her level of education. She mentioned something very privately to Charles. Okay. And then Charles used that something they were talking privately. And then Charles went and used it against her.
The biography of the Prince of Wales, written by Jonathan Dimbleby, which, as you know, was published last year, suggested that you and your husband had very different outlooks, very different interests. Would you agree with that?
No, I think we had a great deal of interest. We both liked people, both liked country life, both loved children, work in the cancer field, work in hospices. But I was portrayed in the media at that time, if I remember rightly, as someone, because I hadn't passed any O-levels and taken any A-levels, I was stupid. And I made the grave mistake once of saying to a child I was thick as a plank in order to ease the child's nervousness, of which it did. But that headline went all around the world, and I rather regret saying it.
Make it seem like she's crazy. And not too long ago, I think I brought that particular portion of that conversation that Diana said, because one of the royal vets was saying as if Princess Diana was not mentally well.
Then I was unwell with postnatal depression, which no one ever discusses postnatal depression. You have to read about it afterwards. And that in itself was a bit of a difficult time. You'd wake up in the morning feeling you didn't want to get out of bed, you felt misunderstood, and just very, very low in yourself.
Was this completely out of character for you?
Yes, very much so. I've never had a depression in my life. But then when I analysed it, I could see that the changes I'd made in the last year had all caught up with me, and my body had said, we want a rest.
What was the family's reaction to your postnatal depression?
Well, maybe I was the first person ever to be in this family who ever had a depression or was ever openly tearful. And obviously that was daunting, because if you've never seen it before, how do you support it?
What effect did the depression have on your marriage?
Well, it gave everybody a wonderful new label. It's Diana's unstable and Diana's mentally imbalanced. And unfortunately, that seems to have stuck on and off over the years.
And that's when she brought up about postpartum depression. And she explained, Diana was very bright, brilliant. And she put herself down because of the level of education that she had. But when you listen to her, this is a very bright, intelligent person. And she holds herself very high, critical. When she saw she's lack of something, she improved on it. Where she was talking about postpartum depression. If they never heard about it, how you could treat it. I mean, that's some really psychological talking professionally. I'm not talking about crazy talk, but real. When you think about certain things, you analyze it. And the conclusion of it, of what you have analyzed, this is what I was hearing from her in that particular interview. I'll let you listen to it.
Then I was unwell with postnatal depression, which no one ever discusses postnatal depression. You have to read about it.
Was this completely out of character for you?
Yes, very much so. I've never had a depression in my life. But then when I analysed it, I could see that the changes I'd made in the last year had all caught up with me, and my body had said, we want a rest.
She was very bright, but they use whatever they... I mean, the UK is masterful at that, all right? They love to do reverse psychology and weaponize anything that they could use and make people believe on things that not really true. Oh, my God. But anyway, so that's it for this part. I'm going to do part 2. And part 2, we're going to start with this. That'll be the next video. Or the next tweet, I would say. Alright, we'll start with this. That's another TikTok video. Alright, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Oh, this one just made public. I scheduled it. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.